Hello and welcome. My name is Alan and I am back to do another video. Once again on Bushido. I do these because they're quick and because I'm so far behind all the time. So I really need to get my butt in gear and do some research so we can get other videos done. But anyway, let's continue with some Bushido. We are on book 4. 4 kinds of samurai. Lord Katsuhige used to remark, "There are 4 kinds of subjects: the alert, the dull alert, the alert dull, and the dull dull. Alert are those who give very quick, who are very quick on the uptake when they are told to do something. They arrange affairs and carry out duties in a fine manner. They are so good that they are few in number. Kichizaemon Fukuchi is nearly on this level. Dull alert are those people who fail to clearly understand at first what their duty is, but in finally putting their duty into practice, they perform splendidly and with no delay. Katsuma Nakano is this kind. Alert dull are the people who, when told to do something, accept very graciously and willingly, but they take a long time to fulfill the task. There are many such samurai. The rest are dull. They are in the majority. And in my opinion, he's just talking in that idea that good help is hard to find. So, yeah. Alert, those who respond quickly and get their job done quickly. Dull alert, those who take their time to respond but do the work wonderfully. Alert dull, those who respond quickly but take a while to get the work done. And then dull, those who respond slowly and get the work done slowly, which he says is the majority. The next part is saving face. When Lord Katsuhige was hunting at Shiraishi, he shot a big boar. Everyone ran up to it and looked at it closely. They said, "Our Lord has shot unusually big game." All of a sudden, the boar rose to its feet and began to run. In total confusion, the onlookers ran off in all directions. Meanwhile, Mat is that a B or an H? I'm going to say Matabe Nabashima whipped out a sword and slashed the boar with a single movement. The animal was slain. During this time, Lord Katsuhige raised his sleeve up to cover his eyes. "Dust rises," he exclaimed. This was done in this manner in order not to see his samurais upset. So even though the Lord, Katsuhige, ended up having to ensure this animal was slain, because after he shot it, everyone tried to go up, took a look at it, and say, "Wow, so big, so big," but none of them thought to check to see if it was still alive. And so, Lord, um, sorry. Meanwhile, Matabe Nabashima had to kill it, and Lord Katsuhige instead raised his eyes with raised to cover his eyes with a sleeve, saying "Dust rises." But it's just so they don't feel so looked down upon. He's basically saving face for himself, since his shot did not fell the animal, and for those who failed to check if it was still alive or not. Now, Book 5, which is Humility of the Lord. On his initial leave, Lord Tsuneshige went for the first time down to his province. He was accompanied by his father, Lord Mitsuhige. Hearing that the Lord's son had returned for the first time, the people of the village knelt down on either side of the street and bowed deeply, while the palanquins passed them by. Later, Tsuneshige told his father about this. "You must know better," his father answered in a severe tone. "You must not think you are worth being kowtowed to." So, even though, um, Sumashige was shown such respect and uh, stuff, his father basically told him, "Look, stay humble. Don't think you're worth being treated in such a manner." And, then it's not just out of routine that they may bow to you. And finally, we're going to get to book 6. This part is called Compassion and Courage. Monk Tannen usually pointed out it is impossible for a monk to achieve Buddha's way unless, within himself, he is overflowing with courage, and, at the same time, he must keep the outward display of being compassionate. A samurai cannot fulfill the duty unless he has enough compassion within to break his stomach. At the same time, he must appear courageous without. Consequently, a monk learns courage from a samurai, and a samurai imbibes compassion from the monk. For several years, I have pursued my studies of Buddhism while walking about in different countries. Although I have visited erudite, many a so-called erudite monk, um, I have not been able to learn anything from them that has proved useful to my studies. But on the other hand, whenever I heard that there had been a hero samurai, I went out of my way through a lot of travel difficulties just to hear him talk about Bushido. His talk was always turn uh, his talk always turned out to be rewarding and useful to my own research in Buddhism. First of all, samurais can run into the enemy's camps with the help of arms and swords that they carry. But how is it possible for monks with only beads to hand in hand to run through spears and swords? Can they do this only with their tenderness and feeling of compassion? They cannot dash into the enemy's camp without great courage. In view of this, it is not difficult to understand why a monk shakes from nervousness when he burns incense at a Buddhist service in the presence of great people. He shakes simply because he lacks boldness and courage. It requires a lot of spirit to kick the rising dead down again to hell, just as it does to raise some out of hell, aka elevate sentient beings. It is a great pity that most monks today take interest in irrelevant things. They want to appear meek and to behave sanctimoniously. They therefore seldom achieve the spirit of Buddhism. More than this, it is deplorable that monks advise samurais to learn Buddhism. Thereby they make waste, disjointed cowards out of the samurais. It is outrageous for young samurais to listen to Buddhism, because then your object, Bushido, gets divided. Samurais are useless unless they are out and oriented to Bushido. Old retired samurais may very well listen to Buddhism for their playtime or leisure, but not so active ones. Samurais are to carry pose on their shoulders and put as much loyalty and filial piety in each basket as they put courage and compassion in the other basket. The beam should dig into the shoulders for 24 hours each day, either at morning or evening prayer, or when you stay at home or go out or sit or lie, recite, "My Lord, my Lord." Then divine providence is as much with you as when you recite the name of Buddha or the sutras. If you believe in patron deities, then your fortune grows strong. Also, compassion is like a mother rearing a child of fortune. It is evident through old and new examples that samurais with only courage but without compassion become extinct. And that's the end of book 6. So he's basically talking about a combination of both is good, but don't just have one without the other. So, but that's it for now. That advances a little further. We're getting through the book. We're almost at the end now. What page was that? We were at, so the next video we'll be starting on page 73, and like I said, there's like 99 pages in the book. So we're almost done. Anyway, as always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. If anyone tries to proclaim something you are unsure of, ask them to cite their sources. I'll see you all in the next video. But until then, later.